Hello traders, investors, and crypto enthusiasts. Welcome to our channel where we deliver deep dive analyses, hot news, and reliable projections about the blockchain universe, Web3, and digital money trends. Today, we're diving into one of the boldest predictions in the sector. Saylor, founder of Strategy, declared at the BTC Prague 2025 event that Bitcoin will hit $21 million in 21 years. His speech not only reflects his long-term vision for BTC, but also highlights geopolitical, regulatory, and adoption factors shaping Bitcoin's future. We'll explore the details from the evolution of his forecasts to custody challenges and community reactions. Additionally, we'll discuss how projects like BTC Bull Token and Trezor are leveraging this narrative to gain traction. Saylor's new forecast: $21 million in 21 years. Saylor, CEO of Strategy, took the stage at BTC Prague 2025 to redefine his Bitcoin bet. Unlike his prior projection $13 million by 2045, made at the 2024 Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Saylor now targets $21 million in 21 years, aligning BTC's price with its cap supply. It's a very special moment on the network. Perhaps this is the only time in history when you look 21 years ahead and see $21 million, he stated, emphasizing the symmetry between supply and valuation. This forecast isn't just numerical, it's strategic. Saylor argued Bitcoin is poised to become the global reserve standard, replacing assets like gold and U.S. treasuries. He believes this shift will be driven by financial institutions, governments, and tech companies adopting BTC as collateral. Strategy, already holding 592,100 BTC, plans to increase its exposure to 1 million BTC by 2026, despite criticism over its lack of custody transparency. Saylor also linked this vision to crypto market evolution, compared the current phase to the early 20th century, when firms like Standard Oil dominated economies. Bitcoin is the standard oil of digital money. Those betting on it now will lead the next financial revolution, he said, stressing that real-world asset tokenization and institutional adoption are BTC's growth engines. Geopolitical shifts and regulatory adoption, how Trump reshaped the game. Saylor attributed part of his optimism to Donald Trump's 2024 election victory, which he claims accelerated regulatory changes. The White House embraced Bitcoin. "This is an extraordinary event. We didn't foresee it," he remarked, referencing the Genius Act, a bill regulating stablecoins and enabling spot BTC ETF issuance. Trump's role as a catalyst for crypto adoption isn't new. In 2023, after his campaign surge, the BTC Bull Token emerged, rewarding hodlers with BTC airdrops at price milestones. Now, with the Genius Act progressing in the U.S. Congress, Saylor believes BTC will see unprecedented institutional liquidity akin to gold. Critics question if this bet is realistic. The SEC still classifies Ethereum as a security, complicating ETF approvals in Europe. Bitcoin, however, gained an edge with ETFs approved in 2024. Saylor warned, though, that governments could attempt to control BTC supply, echoing the Nixon shock of 1971. If the U.S. declares BTC as its official reserve currency, others will follow. But if centralization attempts emerge, the market will push back, he cautioned. Strategies, BTC accumulation. How the company is buying. Strategy isn't just talking about Bitcoin, it's acting like an unregulated ETF. In June 2025, the firm announced a $1 billion BTC purchase in the prior week, pushing its total holdings to 592,100 BTC. This positions it as the largest corporate BTC holder. Behind giants like BlackRock and ARK Invest, the accumulation is part of an aggressive strategy. Strategy, which previously used dollar-backed bonds to fund BTC buys, is now exploring new mechanisms, such as corporate debt tokenization via virtual protocol. This allows the firm to issue BTC-backed tokens, attracting $1.2 billion in institutional capital in 2025. However, its lack of transparency over private key custody drew criticism. Saylor rejected publishing proof of reserves, citing security risks. This contrasts with Trezor, which at BTC Prague 2025 shared full firmware audits, reinforcing trust in open-source wallets. Strategy stores keys in cold storage, but details about backups or geographic distribution remain undisclosed. Concern for analysts like Murray Rudd, who warned of centralization risks in funds like Galaxy Digital. The self-custody debate, Saylor versus the BTC community. Saylor faced controversy in 2024 for rejecting self-custody, a core Bitcoin principle. Earlier, he advocated for third-party custody via Fidelity Digital Assets, or BitGo, reducing operational risks. At BTC Prague 2025, however, Saylor shifted tone. For those willing and capable, self-custody is the best option, he said, partially aligning with the community. The statement was met with skepticism by DeFi developers, who recalled Strategy's panic sales in April 2024 following the Israel-Iran conflict. Meanwhile, Trezor, a conference sponsor, stood out as a self-custody advocate, with 5,000 attendees. The company demonstrated how temporary access tokens and cross-verification of addresses can mitigate attack risks. Danny Sanders, Trezor's commercial director, noted, BTC Prague attracts a Bitcoin-dedicated audience. Most participants are deeply engaged with BTC's future. Regulatory landscape, the Genius Act, and other U.S. proposals. Beyond Trump's support, Saylor highlighted 3 U.S. legislative proposals. Genius Act aims to regulate stablecoins and integrate crypto into cross-border payment systems. Asset Market Clarity Act seeks standardized rules for exchanges and ETFs, reducing legal ambiguity. Bitcoin Act proposes declaring BTC as the U.S. official reserve currency, akin to gold. Passage of these laws, Saylor argued, could break regulatory barriers limiting BTC adoption. However, critics like analyst Adam Back warn overregulation might threaten decentralization. If the U.S. controls BTC issuance via ETFs, it creates a centralized digital gold, losing Bitcoin's essence, Back said. Negotiations between the U.S. and UK to harmonize crypto policies may accelerate global adoption. The EU, though, remains cautious, with regulators still assessing stablecoins' impact on fiat currencies. Market reaction. How BTC, BULL, and Virtual could benefit? Saylor's forecast didn't just move BTC, also impacted Bitcoin-linked altcoins. The BTC Bull Token saw demand rise 12% post-event, thanks to its BTC airdrop mechanics. If BTC hits $120,000 by 2026, as projected by ARK Invest, BTCBULL could surge 300 to 500%, attracting leveraged traders. Virtual Protocol, rebranded from PathDAO, benefits from RWA tokenization. Platforms like World Mobile and Ondo Finance use Virtual to authenticate decentralized networks and issue JPY-backed stablecoins. With a $1.2 billion market cap, Virtual is on traders' radars for utility-driven gains. However, projects like Fartcoin, a meme coin that went viral in 2024, face volatility. After peaking at $1.5 billion in December 2024, the token dropped 50% in January 2025, highlighting FOMO-driven risks. Investors should balance exposure between BTCE and utility tokens like BTC, BULL, and Virtual to avoid losses during corrections. Conclusion: Bitcoin's global spotlight, end of an era, or a new financial dawn? Saylor's BTC forecast isn't purely technical, it reflects a market phase shift. As spot BTC ETFs and the Genius Act drive institutional liquidity, projects like BTC BULL and Virtual are redesigning business models to capture opportunities. For our channel, BTC, hold a core position for crisis protection. Leverage RWA tokenization and staking for DeFi growth. Strategic altcoins. Projects like BTC, BULL, and Virtual offer leverage but demand careful analysis. What do you think? Will BTC test $120,000 in 2026? Do Strategy and Trezor represent two sides of the same coin? Centralization versus decentralization? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for real-time updates and join our live streams where we dive deep into charts, news, and blockchain trends. Remember, crypto investing requires research, discipline, and patience. Bitcoin may be a stellar bet, but always assess your risk profile before acting. Until next time, may the market treat your trades kindly.